She was young, a girl really, but her eyes held the desires of a woman. He was older, established, a wife, children, a life built on tradition. She saw him, not his life. He was a prize, a way out of her small world. He noticed her glances. At first, amusement. A pretty thing, full of youthful energy. But her gaze lingered. He felt a stirring, a flicker of something dangerous. He knew her name, her family. Everyone in Durbanville knew everyone. Her pursuit was relentless. She appeared at his shop, a shy smile, a question about fabric. She lingered at the market, bumping into him, giggling apologies. He felt the town watching, whispering. Her boldness both intrigued and frightened him. He was a good man, a devout man. Never would he dishonor his family. But the girl's attention, her open admiration, had chipped away at his resolve. It was a thrill, a forbidden fruit he found himself craving. Night. He tossed and turned. His wife's quiet breaths beside him felt like accusations. The girl's face, bright and eager, haunted his thoughts. He was a man of God. This was wrong, sinful. He found himself making excuses to visit the market, his pulse quickening if she was there. He engaged in her innocent chatter, his heart pounding at her touch, accidental or not. The guilt gnawed at him, a constant companion. He knew the whispers had started. He saw the judgment in the eyes of the elders at the mosque. He prayed for strength, for the girl to disappear. But she was a constant, her presence a siren song he couldn't resist. One day she stood too close. Their hands brushed. He looked into her eyes, saw the longing, the hope, and in that moment, his carefully constructed world tilted on its axis. She had always known. The women in the market, their eyes full of pity and barely concealed gossip, had made sure of it. Her husband, distant and preoccupied, confirmed her fears. His infidelity was a betrayal that cut deep. But more than that, it was a public humiliation. In their community, a wife's status was tied to her husband's fidelity. His indiscretion was a stain on her honor, a source of shame. She saw the whispers in the eyes of her children, the questions they were too afraid to ask. Their innocent world, once secure and loving, now felt fractured and fragile. His betrayal was a storm that threatened to engulf their family. But she was a woman of strength, forged in tradition and resilience. She would weather this storm, for herself and for her children. But forgiveness? That was a journey she wasn't sure she was ready to take. The scandal rippled through Durbanville like a shockwave. The audacity of the young girl, the fall from grace of a respected man, it was the talk of every household.